Collectors of Everything, Experts of None podcast, and the two idiots who host it take zero responsibility for the completely unfactual information that is sometimes expressed on said podcast. It also contains explicit language. Sorry, Mum. Collectors of Everything, Experts of None. All right, Collectors of Everything, Experts of None, episode 63.
63.
We're getting closer. We're getting closer.
Well, hey, if you're really me, what number am I thinking of?
9.
Dumbass.
Oh, what are you meant to say?
69.
Oh, 69. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, ruin that. Let's start again. No problems.
Okay.
How you going,
Wow,
Pete?
Collectors of Everything, Experts of None. Wish Neil wasn't here.
Well, we did discuss the likelihood potentially of your popularity on the podcast and me not needing to be here anymore and you doing it on your own.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
I mean, we can make it happen. It's cool.
It'll just be me like
go,
Garth on the chair. I'm having a good time, not.
Oh, I love it. Hey, if you're enjoying Collectors of Everything, Experts of None, make sure you're liking, sharing, and commenting, doing all that stuff. We want to know you're out there if you're watching us and listening to us on Spotify.
Yeah, 100%.
Or YouTube. We've started to get a little bit more traction there, which is great. And make sure you're commenting. And if you've got any clarifications or questions about anything on the show, we probably won't come back to you because we're not really intelligent. But
pretty lazy.
We will. Yeah, more lazy. I was trying to be nice.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we will come back to you and we will chat. We love chatting with everybody in the Collectiverse and make sure you're doing that. Shout out to Stan. I feel afraid to do that now because Peter, you just start ranting as soon as I say shout out to Stan.
I've got no problem with you saying shout out to Stan as long as at the end of it, because you always do it. It's like 62 episodes worth of.
I have forgotten a couple of times, to be fair.
You've forgotten once.
Was it once?
Yeah.
And we got off, and you absolutely tore me to shreds that I'd forgotten to shout out to Stan. You can't keep him with the script, Neil. You're not doing the right thing anymore.
Me tearing you to shreds is we didn't shout out to Stan. And Neil going, well, whatever. I do all the work here. I couldn't do everything.
The cool. All right. Well, I guess I'll just get started with the first story that we have. I love how you act like the cool guy. You're so corporate when we get off this thing. It's like, you didn't do this, this, and this, Neil. Do better next time. It's like, all right, sorry, sir.
You promised you wouldn't say anything.
All right. Hey, we got a pretty cool story. This is an interesting one. So Nike Air Jordans, the ban continues online. This is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Where they, all their social media and website.
Yeah.
Right. It's covered.
I don't understand. Is this like a self-imposed thing? Like, can you, have you done 64 seconds of research on this, Neil?
I did 65 seconds of research on this one.
Holy crap.
So the Nike Air Jordans, it's paying homage. They put these, and the picture will come up, you'll see it. They put this black sort of thing over the shoes. So they're still selling them, but they just don't have
a sensor.
A sensor, yes, which we know well about.
Yeah.
Don't say it.
Not gonna.
So they put all this stuff on their website, and they've done it on social media as well, which is quite interesting. But it's just a marketing ploy. It pays homage to the 1985 season, I believe, where Michael Jordan wore the first coloured shoes, being red and black.
Yeah,
red and first black. Nike Air.
Yeah,
I think. Now, back then in '85, where it was a little bit more, I suppose, rigorous in regards to what they could and couldn't wear in the NBA and things like that, you could only wear white sneakers, I believe.
Yeah,
like school, really.
Yeah, and this was the thing, that's when Ben Affleck said to Matt Damon, that we'll just pay the fine. And do you know what? I didn't know that they were so heavily involved in Jordan's career as well. That's insane.
Forget it. I'm not doing it tonight. Goodbye.
You're out already, dude.
What a good movie, though.
That's a record.
What a great movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
So anyway. So they're just paying homage to that. You just ruined everything, by the way. You mentioned Ben Affleck. Oh my God, one of the lowly members of the Batman community.
I didn't say Val Kilmer. That's the main.
That's true.
Sorry. Look,
whoa.
Neil's got a whole write up here on this whole story.
Val Kilmer did Top Gun, by the way.
Oh,
just so you know.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Whatever.
That's a big hit. Hey, do you know how much the first pair of Air Jordans cost when they came out? $65.
$65.
And it was a funny story that I was reading, doing the research. Funny enough, maybe it was the extra second. If you'd invested $65 into Nike in 1985, you would now have. I hope I pronounced this right. $30,000.
Oh, shit, really?
Pretty good.
I thought you were about to throw some big number at me. I'm like, man, I wish I had gone to the stock market earlier at a younger age.
Yeah, you didn't.
Really?
You failed.
$30,000. Oh, man. Wow. I kind of feel better about my financial
Imagine
choices
sitting
now.
there and talking to your kid in 1985 going, listen, son, $65 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
We're not going to put it into shoes. We're going to put it into the stock market.
No, what we're going to do, we're going to put it in an envelope. You're going to take it to school to put it in your Dolomite account.
Oh.
And you can watch the progress with your checkbook.
The Dolomite account. I forget that jingle. What was the jingle about Dolomite accounts?
I was just happy I remember Dolomite, man. So
yeah. You still got the same account.
Yeah, dude. Is that a problem, Neil?
No.
There's no fees.
We don't judge.
No, exactly.
They send you a letter.
And you know what?
They send you a letter saying,
$7 and it was what I had after all of high school as well.
Exactly. I'm going to start charging you for it and you get into the branch and start ranting. I can see it now. Anyway, so they've done this pretty cool marketing for the Air Jordans. Because people are online like, oh, what's going on? This is a bit weird. Like, is there some sort of licensing lawsuit or is Jordan not happy about something?
Like,
but
seriously.
I mean, this guy, if you have a minute, you should go and just Google the transition from when Nike were a running shoe. And we've done a segment on this, I'm pretty sure, a long time ago about sneakers. And they essentially kicked off the whole sneakerverse.
Yeah.
You know, with the Jordans. And then it just escalated from there.
Yeah, look, you can literally, if you want the shortened version, you can go onto Ben Affleck's IMBD profile and it just gives you the whole write-up. So, sorry.
You're the best. Oh, that's good. This is going to be a good episode.
All
right.
I had probably too many beers.
Too many
beers. Too many.
Yeah, well, you definitely have by the sense of how you're talking.
Well, I'm already on my third.
It is time for Peter's rant.
All right.
What are we ranting about this week, Peter?
I don't know. Like, it sort of seems like a rant, but it's almost like I need the internet to give me a little bit of solitude in my decisions that I've made. So what I want to talk about this week is...
I want to rant, okay?
Well,
That's all I want.
What I want to talk about tonight is where do you stand with your morals as a collector? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I collected Star Wars, tried to do my best to be morally just. Did I get some bargains of people who didn't know what they were? Yes. Did I feel bad about it? Kind of.
Did you still do it?
Well, this is the point. So we've moved on as a family from Star Wars to Hot Wheels. So
wow, you've finally come out. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I haven't bought anything Star Wars for 2 years, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's been a hot minute. So
move your phone away from the computer too, because it's making funny noises. It's freaking me out.
Is it? My bad.
Freaking me out.
That could also be my fan that's going because it's fucking hot in Queensland.
It's freaking me out.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah. Continue.
You just interrupted my rant, dude.
Sorry. Keep going. So you basically swindle people out of Star Wars figurines. Continue.
Oh, no. Yes. No, I'm not. Oh, see, I knew this would happen. I lay my soul bare to the internet. It doesn't even get to the fucking internet, and I'm already being attacked.
Yeah.
Ass. You're an ass.
Thank you.
Okay, so.
Thank you. I am.
Look, it's hard. You know, like... You see people on these Facebook groups come in and go, oh, look, you know, my husband passed or my grandfather passed. We found these things.
Oh, yeah, you see that a lot.
And you see these posts going, oh, what's the price? And you know that person's DM is like direct messages going, bing, 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 to the point that they can't even like answer them back. There are good people out there that say, hey, look, you know, speak to an admin. They're going to take you down the line of explaining what these are worth, how to work out the prices for yourself. by going to eBay, checking sold prices, which is what every collector does.
Yeah.
But so I thought my moral compass was like pretty true north, if you know what I mean. I tried to do the right thing all the time. I've made mistakes, and I've spoken to people who I made those mistakes with and apologize, if that makes sense.
Right.
So you get to Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Man, Hot Wheels collectors, I think, are worse than Star Wars collectors.
I love it.
They're jerks, man. Like I've had people block
I've heard this before.
with a trolley, like the actual stack of cars, so that I can't look at the cars and they can go through. They had like a book.
You're not the smallest guy in the world, man. How big is this person standing there doing this? I mean,
No,
is it an 11-year-old kid?
No, they were old.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know if you're doing this for your grandkid or you're just being a wanker. So I'm not going to say anything. But so this whole conversation comes down to the fact that my middle son, made a connection in a store.
As
in the way of spoke
there.
to someone that works at the store, you know, would go in there, see them all the time, talk to them, ask them if they had any new Hot Wheels coming in, and started a commerce relationship, if that makes sense. It paid off today.
So bribe them. Is that what we're hearing? Or?
No, not at all. There's nothing. There's no money. He doesn't have any money, man. Like I have to buy all these fucking Hot Wheels for him. But
no money exchanged.
Point is,
it doesn't count.
no money exchanged.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's lovely, and he has other people that he does this for. But today we got a box.
Right. I don't care about the guys. I don't care about the emotions. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a box of very sought after Hot Wheels today.
Tell me what you got.
Well, Danger went and bought his cars that he wanted, and then my eldest and I drove back to the store and bought the rest of the box. I feel bad that those boxes didn't get, like those cars didn't get onto the shelf for other collectors to buy.
Nice.
But at the same time, if someone else had that, they'd do exactly the same thing. So should I feel bad? Like, should I have a moral compass about doing this and, like, you know, blue balling a whole pile of other collectors by buying a whole box of these? So this is the question that I'm posing: is that where do your morals stand? So. Like, if I don't do it, someone else is going to do it. But then, you know, we were always brought up to be two wrongs don't make a right. But is there is it a grey area for morals
when it comes to Hot Wheels? No, not really. When it comes to Hot Wheels, I mean, they make 500,000 of the same car, so just whatever. There's going to be more.
All right, so just to put this into perspective. So to put this into perspective, the car that we got today, the box that we got today was a premium set. So off the pegs, those cards cost $8.50. They're selling from anywhere between 80 and 120 on eBay right now.
What?
For one. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And we bought a whole box.
You scored.
Well, that's kind of how I look at it. Is it a score? Like, you put the work in, like, I didn't fucking do it. Danger did. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, when you're in business, right? And you strike a relationship with somebody and that improves business, that's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, and I kind of look at it, it goes, the retailer doesn't care. They sold exactly what they want. Like, it's only other collectors that I would be jipping, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to make any more money than what the retail price is, so they don't care.
Exactly. So they don't care if they sell the whole box. We literally had to scan the box because when we scanned the cars, they came up as, we don't know. It's an unknown item because it hadn't even been scanned through to go out on the shelves. We got it from out the back.
Oh,
that's
wow.
What I'm saying.
So you get an inside track.
So it got put out the back and left for us
disgusting, Peter.
with text messages saying, "Hey, it's in. You can come and grab it and go through it whenever you want." Now do you understand where the moral compass is coming from? Yeah. But none of it was done by me.
Well, what I do understand is I don't need to speak to you anymore. We need to get we need to get your son on the podcast.
We need to get Danger
because
on here.
he's smarter than you, obviously, and knows how
He's a 14-year-old kid that has no problem walking up to someone and going, "Hey, got any Hot Wheels at the back that I can have a look at?" And the amount of times it pays off is
good on
ridiculously awesome. I mean, are we creating a new collector, or am I being morally corrupt? Or am I just reading too much into it?
Say that again, sorry?
So, is it creating a new collector, as in my son? Am I morally corrupt because of the choices that I make in buying a whole box and keeping it away from other collectors?
I think it is what it is.
Am I reading too much into it?
No, I don't think there's any problem with it.
Sweet. Then I'll keep doing it. Hot Wheels collectors.
Yeah, I think you're reading too much into it.
Wrong time to say that, man. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my rant, and that was a very personal one.
There you go.
Yeah, come at me.
Very personal. Get a better rant. Give me something that you're just angry about.
There's only so many times
the reason why we got
I
you
can
on here
get
with
angry
this new
at
episode.
people throwing
With
punches at Costco.
segment, sorry.
Yeah. There's only so many times.
True. But that is Pokemon.
Yeah, man.
What was that post that you sent me about Pokemon?
It was
something ridiculous.
It was one of those like wanker MAGA hats, but instead of having the "Make America Great Again," it said "Make Pokemon Cheap Again," and I was like, I'd buy that hat. Though I don't think they're that expensive. I think it's just
right. Make Pokemon cheap again. That's right.
Yeah, make Pokemon cheap again. Yeah,
yeah. Those packs might have been a bit more expensive. I don't know. Yeah, that's it.
Well, no, that was the reason that there was such the thing at Costco. That was the reason that the Costco thing was such a big thing, was because they were so cheap. Does that make sense?
Oh, they were cheap.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Compared to what they actually were.
Okay.
In more of a retail situation. So, yeah. Because retail's super expensive, man. I know. I just bought a lightsaber. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I did buy something Star Wars.
Oh, you're a liar. You just ousted yourself. Outed yourself.
Yeah. Well,
Disgrace.
in my house, when you turn 10, you get a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Now,
so I've
my
heard.
youngest turned 10 last. You're not part of my. Well, 10 was for you. 10 was what, like 60 years ago, dude? Like, serious? Come on, like seriously.
I love it. I love it. So you bought a lightsaber. There you go.
So we bought my youngest an Ahsoka Tano lightsaber, and it is freaking awesome. And
Sweet.
we spent all yesterday afternoon hitting each other with it. It was cool. So
I love it. Hey, we've got a new segment.
What is it?
And I've been throwing this out for like the last three episodes. We've got new segments. Are you ready for it?
I am.
Batman, whatever. Do you like that?
Yeah, that was great.
It took me 3 days to get that right, just so you know.
Yeah. And all the money you spent on vocal coaching.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was actually the highest amount of spend. All was on the vocals. I love it. Batman, whatever. A new segment. So we generally talk about Batman a shitload on this podcast. So I just decided, well, actually, it was actually feedback from a listener. Yeah, why don't you just do a segment on Batman each week? I'm like, well, we're not that smart. We can't find stuff on Batman. So we randomly do segments during our episodes. Anyway, Batman 2, which is with your boyfriend, the vampire,
Edward Cullen,
is coming out.
Yep.
Edward Cullen in 2027, I believe it's coming out. October 1. It was meant to come out in 2025, and I thought it interesting because in 2023 it was announced they were going to do another one, but then the writers' strike killed them off, and they couldn't do anything for a fair while.
Really?
And so it was meant to come out in 2025, but now it's not. It's been pushed back again to 2027.
Oh wow!
So yeah, that was the Batman whatever segment for tonight. And usually I don't talk about subpar Batmans, but I thought I'd give you a kudos for once. He came third, did he, in the vote for Batman?
Yeah,
or was he second?
Yeah, he came. No, actually, he might have been second.
Keaton was
actually,
second, wasn't he?
No, because I was annoyed because I think Keaton came third.
How good's Keaton in Spider-Man?
Yeah, dude, he's great in that movie.
I like him in there. Yeah, he's good. He's way to be
able to sort of play a hero in one and then bounce over and be a villain over in the next. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. I thought is it Homecoming? Is that the first one?
Yes.
I thought he played a great part in regards to being the dad.
You know the scene where they're driving to the prom and they've finally figured out who each other is. It's such one of those scenes where you sort of, everybody knows what's going on between the two of them. But Mary Jane, like MJ's just sitting there completely oblivious. But, it was such a great scene. And Keaton plays that figure of a real menace, like a menacing figure really, really well.
It was because then he's gone from the nice dad, just being the typical dad that would sit there and be like, I don't have to like you. You're dating my daughter, whatever.
Yeah.
And to like put a gun over him and basically tell him he's going to kill him.
Yeah.
It was a transition for the ages. I thought it was good. He did well in that movie.
Well, I think that was always the thing because at the end of that movie, that's where we sort of see the introduction of the Sinister Six, isn't it?
Was it that one?
We haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen that yet.
I don't even know. I haven't even worked out when the next Spider-Man movie is coming out. It's coming out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, we started watching the new one on Disney, the animated one. Yeah, we actually changed the channel.
Oh,
I don't think it was bad. I just don't think it was engaging enough. Like, it's something that I'll need to sit down and watch when I'm like, nah, I gotta watch this, like, because watch it,
Yeah,
but it wasn't something that it wasn't something that I was like going, I'll throw this on and being instantly hooked. It was like, I'll watch it eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to watch something that's going to engage me.
Well, that's fair. Generally, that's what people do. So that makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, have you ever watched a TV show out of, what would you call it? Judy? Does that make sense?
There was a time when I watched a show, should I say, called Flashback. I think it lasted for half a season, maybe. No, Flash Forward. Flash Forward.
Flash Forward. Okay, what's that?
Or Fast Forward. Yeah, it was about 2 minutes in time that disappeared, and people, and I had to watch that. It was riveting. I was really impressed that I had to watch those. No, it was all right.
Why did you have to watch it?
I only
why
watch movies. I don't watch shows. I lie. I do watch shows. The only shows I watch are Seinfeld, and that's about it. Other than that, I just watch movies. Yeah.
So there's nothing else. Like, what about like The Simpsons?
Oh well, I was born in the 80s. Of course, I watched The Simpsons.
I get that. Like,
have I watched every single episode of The Simpsons? No.
Okay. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Never.
You've never watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
And I think we've crossed this on this podcast before. I have never watched Game of Thrones. Not once. Never an episode.
You've never shown much of an interest.
Someone almost stabbed me when I told them that.
Dragons and boobies and all the things that goes along with it. So,
Who needs it?
Yes. Neil's quite happy with my financial book, thank you.
Exactly. So yeah, I've never
But,
seen that.
yeah.
I just don't
But,
watch.
like,
Actually, we started watching The Agency, which was a show with Magneto in it
yeah,
from Origins,
yeah.
and it was all right.
Michael
I watched.
Fassbender.
Oh, is that his name? That's pretty impressive if you know his name.
Yeah, I
I
do.
thought it was James Bond for a second. I'm like, no, wrong guy.
No. That's Daniel
Yeah,
Craig.
yeah. What a man. Ah,
And he's a
top
stormtrooper.
actor. Yeah,
A
that's
first
true.
order trooper, actually. Sorry.
I watched something that he was in the other day actually, and it was really good. Layer Cake is a great movie with him in it. If you haven't watched it before,
What's that?
Anyway, Layer Cake.
Okay.
It's a good movie. Watch it. Do
Fair.
it.
Yes, Neil.
Guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
Lego have a new competitor.
Ha.
This is actually a big story. I thought it was pretty
Is
big.
it? Is
This
it,
is
man?
This is like last few days. It's happened.
Yeah.
I think Friday it happened,
But
and today's Monday, and you'll be listening to this on a Thursday. So
yes, explain it, and then I will have my rebuttal.
all right, Your Honor. We have Lego. It's new challenger Mattel Brick Shop, which
Out
is
of
official.
order.
It's official. Now, the funny, so they've basically come out and said they're going to start a new range of Lego-esque, well, bricks. I mean, it's basically just ripping off Lego by the sounds of it. And then I was thinking, look, all of so Mattel, who do Mattel have? Barbie. Who else do they have? I don't know. I actually didn't do the research on this.
Ken.
Yeah, okay. So Mattel have a fair few different types of toys.
I like Hot Wheels.
Because you've seen
Mattel.
Lego go into... Okay, so Hot Wheels. Oh, well, that's something.
Yeah. That
they could get into Lego type. It's because I know that the cars, the high-end cars on Lego are massive at the moment. I mean, your son collects them as well, right?
It has really become a big thing, like having those adult collector sets of like Formula One cars, but then the Fast and Furious cars,
GTS Mercedes,
anything that's sort of I
Fast and Furious car, of course.
Yeah, I've yet to find my 2006 Yaris, so I haven't bought one yet. But when I do, I will.
I think it's in the works.
I think it should be.
You should write multiple letters. Head office.
Multiple, that's 2 only, isn't it? Because I'm pretty much down for 2.
You run out of vocabulary after one.
Yeah. The first one says, make Yaris. Next one says, Yaris. I've run out of words.
And then third one's like, damn.
Yeah,
still haven't made it.
It's nothing. It just says, sent from iPhone. That's it. Yeah.
That's so true. I've had plenty of those emails. So they got a new challenger, Mattel. Now, Mattel are a big deal, right? They're not a pushover. But then I had a look at, because I'm like, competitor Lego. There's no way anybody could take on Lego. So these guys are saying they're going to put more pieces in for a more cost-effective price, which I'm sure that's a cool thing because you get to build longer. But I mean, that's not a very big draw card for me to go, you know what, Lego's rubbish, and I'm going to go to Mattel Brick Shop.
I don't.
Do you know how many competitors? Do you know how many competitors I found of Lego?
Oh, there'd be. I know there's Mega Blocks.
Oh, you got one. Well done. Yes.
Yeah, that's probably the only one that I know that's actually sort of given it a good push.
Kobe.
You've heard of Kobe? No, I haven't.
COBI. Kobe. Sluben.
Nope.
There's 24 competitors of Lego.
Really?
Yes.
I would never have known that. But I mean, doesn't that just show you?
Lie?
I just got attacked. There's a small moth here, and it was trying to eat my eye.
This is DEFCON 5 on Collectors and Everything Expensive Night.
I mean, I think that's testament
24.
to Lego.
Well, 24
in itself.
I found.
Yeah, that's testament to Lego in itself. Now, I don't know who these people are, but I know what Lego is, and Lego fills up the feed on all my social medias because Look, I like Mattel. I think that you're playing a game that's just going to lose your money. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why take on the most recognizable brand in the world besides maybe Coca-Cola?
It's on par with Coca-Cola, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you take them on. It's a big call, I think.
Yeah.
Because
how
you
much
sit
money
there and
do
look at
you
Lego
throw
and
at
go,
this?
are they running out of content? They're not. Are they
No.
getting massive licensee deals with Formula One? I mean, the list goes on. They still do City Lego,
everything,
right?
Yeah.
They do Technic. They do. I'm sure we went through this list the other day because we were talking about the ones that were discontinuing, right? Minecraft.
Yeah.
What was was it Van Halen's guitar? Maybe not. I might be. But there was a guitar.
I think it was just a Les Paul, wasn't it? I think it was just a standard Gibson Les Paul.
Right,
yeah.
So, I mean,
Gibson
what I'm
Les
saying
Paul. Yeah.
My point is that that's exactly what it was. Is that these guys have an endless list of things they can produce. And then like delist things. Dungeon Master Dave was pissed off because they got rid of the Minecraft Lego. He loved that.
Yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
And they discontinued it. So obviously they did that for a reason, whether it wasn't selling well, except where Dave lives.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at it from a business perspective, you look at the Batman tumbler and you go, the tumbler got discontinued, 2019, 2020?
Yeah. And then got relisted, didn't it?
And then they bring it back for 2025 with 7 new pieces.
Well, it is the greatest Batman trilogy in history.
But this is what I'm saying.
Keep bringing it back.
If you've got that tumbler, I'm going to buy the next tumbler as well because it's the same car. And if I can have 2 with a slight variation of the same Lego, dude, you're speaking my language. I don't see how...
It's like card collecting, right? You're going to buy the new Spider-Man if you collect Spider-Mans. Same thing.
I just don't see how this got put forward in a think tank of coming up with new ideas by Mattel. And some dude, after sitting in an office for 12 hours, they've had Chinese multiple times. He goes, you know what? Fuck it. Let's take on Lego. That's going to be the
Speaking of
dumbest
Chinese
idea of all time.
I went and had some of the best Chinese on the weekend.
Did you?
With some people in Marrickville in Sydney. And it's at the Bob Hawke Brewery. And there's a Chinese restaurant inside the brewery. No word of a lie. Greatest prawn toast I've ever had in my life. I'm just throwing it out there since we were talking about prawn toast. But yeah. Sorry, what were you saying? I started thinking about Chinese.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you kind of made me hungry now.
Maybe we should do a show from the Chinese restaurant at the Bob Hawke Brewery. Anyway,
at the Bob Hawke Brewery.
You should check it out. Yeah. It'd be sick.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go. So Lego. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, is Lego going to be the second rate?
Yeah. What we need to remember is how cool Lego is.
Oh, Lego's the best.
Dude,
I bought Lego for my son.
If there's a Mattel set and a Lego set, which one are you buying?
I bought so much Lego for my son about a week after he was born because I'm like, yes, I've got a boy now. I'm going to start buying Lego. And I put it all together. It was the greatest time of my life. Yeah. And do I know where any of that Lego is right now? Well, I do. It's in pieces in a pile in another room. But it's awesome. I enjoy doing it.
The worst part of getting older is buying cool Lego sets for your kids and then being old enough to do it themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really when you find out how useless you are. Like, why am I even here?
Well, I was at the shop the other day and I saw the G-Wagon and the GTS Mercedes.
Yep.
And then it was like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to buy it.
Why?
Because I want to build it myself. So I'll do it secretly when I'm at work and no one's around. And I'll be like...
Heaps more sense.
Yeah. And then someone will walk into my office and be like, oh, what's with the 2 Mercedes in your office? I don't know.
I was
just in here working.
I was a very well-behaved child at Christmas.
Why? Yeah, I believe you're insinuating something that I haven't done. So
Exactly.
get out of my office.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
You
he's 6.
shut up. You want to eat tonight? Goddamn kids.
What's the beginning, Sarah Marshall? I will end you.
I will end you.
Hey,
Oh.
another thing, something else that we were talking about a few weeks ago is the Lorcana challenge. It just happened in Melbourne.
Dude, I saw photos. Like it was huge.
It was big, man. Do you mean people turned up? They had 510 competitors.
Wow.
Which I don't know what comparison to Pokemon that is, but after 12 months being in the country, that screams some good numbers to me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a good.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask Pep how many, because he went to the Pokemon Challenge thing down in Melbourne. So we'll have to ask. I'll shoot him a message and ask him how many he had there. But, obviously, you're not going to touch Pokemon. I would imagine. Well, obviously, you're not going to touch Pokemon for a little while. But to start off at 500, I mean, I've been to collector things that, we tried to kick off, and there's been 12 people. And we had a blast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 500, over 500.
And there was 90 attendees. So you're able to buy tickets and just watch.
People who weren't there, they were just there to check it out. Yeah, it was.
So
cool.
the winners were, and I hope I pronounce this right, Din Kang Fan was the winner.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the second place was Clement Fusade.
I hope I'm pronouncing that correct.
That right as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Smith. It's
I pronounce that right. So hey, anyway, what I wanted to say was, and congratulations to those two.
100%. Great effort,
and they're going to the World Championships.
Exactly.
Which I think we spoke about was in Anaheim, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe somewhere over there. But I mean, it was
somewhere in the Americas.
The coolest thing about it was that Australasia wasn't being ostracized in what you could win.
No, they're going
and where it could lead on. So I love it. And I think that especially after Collect Fest, who are super interested in that whole Lorcana thing, I mean, it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm all for it.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Collect Fest is going to be all sorts of stuff. Dude, they were massive into it, actually. Come to think about it. Yeah,
exactly. Actually, today was the first time that I ever actually got Lorcana come up on one of my feeds.
Really?
By itself. Yeah, asking a price kind of thing. And they're like, "Do you want to join the group?" Okay. And I'm like, "Not really, but kind of at the same time." Just to have a geese and check it all out. So but it allowed me to go through the comments that were talking about this person.
Yeah.
And this person posted one of their, is it Enchanted? Is that what the chases are? They posted an Enchanted. First comment, "Oh yeah, that's a fake." I was like, ooh.
Well, the Enchanted ones are like the
controversy. I like it.
They're like inserts, right?
And then, they went through, had a massive argument. I wasn't doing much, so I kept scrolling. And then it got to the point of that. It turned out that it was just the low resolution photos that they took was enough to convince this person that it was fake, and they took a better photo. And he's like, "Oh, no, you're cool."
Yeah.
And I was like...
After 14 hours of scrolling, that was it.
I need closure. I need...
Biggest anticlimax of today.
Yeah. I need at least a fist fight.
You want to dress as
someone bad, God
you want videos going.
Yeah. Call me a bootlegging Lorcana motherfucker.
So just pulling back a little bit to the Lorcana challenge. Good story. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see what success they had off that and what they'll do next. They were on Twitch. It was actually live stream.
Oh, really?
That was actually if you look on where I saw the information was on Instagram, on the Disney Lorcana page, and they had a lot of stuff on there in regards to what was happening over the 2 days.
That's super cool.
But so they're the winners, and good luck to them in the Worlds. I hope they do well.
Yeah,
And
hey,
hopefully Lorcana
we'll
gets
be
bigger.
following that. We'll be
100%.
following the Aussies going on and taking on the rest of the world with Mickey in their pocket. It's going to be awesome.
I'm not sure if they're both Aussies, but yeah, it's Oceania. Oceania. But yeah.
I thought this was Australia. It's Oceania, is it? So that includes
No. Oceania.
Indonesia.
I don't know what that includes.
Thailand.
I think so. Let me check.
Yeah, because that's all right. Cool. New Zealand.
Yeah, it's not just Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
There was a few others. Well, we don't count New Zealand for much, but yeah.
Whoa!
Clearly no
Hey!
Kiwis won.
Neil. They got Lorcana last week. Let it go.
I get it. Thinking of McDonald's 3 months ago. I'm pretty happy.
Only on the North
I'm
Island.
talking about food. I'm hungry now. Exactly. Hey, time for another segment of Neil's numbers.
All right, here we go.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You would know well.
I do.
With your very expensive. Is it a what do you have? Is it the it's the vintage like the radio thing or it's a gun.
Oh, dude.
Is it a gun?
I've got a blaster. I've got a Kaite Demois, which is a mobile phone that you put keys into, and it says stuff.
Sorry. Keep going. Yeah.
Dude,
I'm good.
Okay, so from where I'm sitting, okay, watch this.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
This is how much my family loves Power Rangers. Ready? I'll see if I can reach.
Go Power Rangers, you Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
This is standing on my wife's desk.
Boom. Wow. That's inspirational.
Yeah.
That's probably why she has it there.
This is a 17-point articulated. I think I broke it.
Put it back.
I did.
Just.
I don't think we can post this.
All right, we'll edit this part out. Don't worry. It's all good. Oh, that's the best. You're in trouble. I'm going to text her after this.
I thought the helmet was meant to come off.
Check your Power Ranger. Check your Power Ranger. Peter just broke it. Shit. Anyway, they started. So the first episode, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, 1993.
1993, yeah.
1993.
Which is crazy. And the reason that we're talking about
I remember when it came onto television.
Yeah. The reason we're talking about this is because in 1995 was the first theatrical release of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. It turns 30 this year. That is massive,
30. Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as old as you, but almost.
Why?
So it's still going.
Broke the Power Ranger, and now you just making me feel even worse.
You are in trouble tonight with the Power Ranger.
It's not like it came from Japan.
Just throw it out.
Yeah. It's right in front of her monitor. I can't.
So Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, that's the most recent one that's been out.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of fun facts or fun numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Neil's facts, it's Neil's numbers.
Neil's numbers.
So they did 10 episodes, Cosmic Fury, 2023, that came out September.
Yep.
Do you know how many episodes have been overall since they started the television show? So they keep obviously respawning themselves.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be ridiculous because I have a Monopoly, like a Monopoly set that's just of Red Rangers.
Holy shit, you really do like the Power Rangers, don't you?
Well, yeah, dude, I love the Power Rangers, man.
Wow.
Like, we have a Red Ranger Monopoly set.
We bought
that in Sydney when we were down staying with you to meet Stan Lee.
Yes.
So that cost me $120 back then.
Do you have a signed Red Power Ranger photo?
No, I don't, Neil. Do you?
I do.
No, you don't.
I do. It's Red Ranger.
Yeah, it's not yours. It's not your fucking name on there.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Just because you pay for it doesn't make it yours.
doesn't count. Well, I'm stealing it from him. He doesn't even know it's there.
It's going to have his name crossed off and Neil written on over the top of it. Yeah.
I love it. 973 episodes they've done.
Wow.
Yeah, over 30 seasons.
That's
And
crazy.
rumors are out that they're actually Paramount and Hasbro have reportedly begun developing a new Power Rangers,
Okay.
which serves as a complete reboot of Power
Yeah.
Rangers.
Look,
I'm assuming they'll still add that onto all the episodes. But it was
the
on
last
the
movie
last
that
one was on
came out.
Netflix because they left Nickelodeon and went to Netflix.
Yeah. But like the last theatrical movie that came out, I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was actually pretty cool.
What I loved about the old episodes, the first ones that came out, and if you go onto YouTube, I'm sure you can. Actually, there's a live YouTube channel with rolling Power Rangers continuously.
Really? That's
which is
all it
pretty
plays.
sick. Yeah. But there's one for Peppa Pig. There's all sorts of ones on there now. They must do some sort of licensing deal where they allow them to go on there. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say now. I loved the villains on the early ones, the weird looking monsters and stuff that were on. Like the technology obviously wasn't as good as it is now. It's just bizarre.
Well,
I can remember the gumball machine, or actually there was what are those machines in Japan where they do the gambling with the balls?
A pachinko.
So, is it pachinko? Pachinko machines. I'm pretty
Pachinko,
sure there was a pachinko machine villain. Pachinko.
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
wouldn't surprise me.
A pachinko machine villain.
Mm.
Yeah, which is quite good. Anyway, that's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing that they've done 973 overall.
Yeah, and I think the coolest thing is that like all the fight scenes are exactly the same for the English versions and the Japanese versions. It's only the unmasked parts that are different. So it's only where you don't see the characters in mask that they're speaking in Japanese or they're speaking in English. All the fight scenes are all exactly the same. So
right,
but yeah,
that's
efficient. Dude, we got to live in Japan for 5 years where there was just like Power Ranger stuff everywhere, and the stuff that we have, dotted around our house is crazy. If you're a Power, like we got like full Zords, like full Megazords, and all those kinds of things. I mean, if someone was a real, aficionado for the Power Ranger stuff, man, we'd have a heap of stuff. But
except the one you just broke on your wife's desk.
Why?
I love it.
Why'd you tell her? Like she
I haven't told her yet. I can text her now if you want.
No, don't. But
I'm sure she'll find out.
Yeah, she will.
Please don't. Please don't. All right. Well, guys, hey, collectors of everything, experts of none. We're at the end, episode 63. We are one episode closer to episode 69. Peter's favorite episode of the entire thing. After that, it's going to go downhill. He's just going to be probably so disinterested after that episode.
I quit after that. Like, that was my whole goal, was to get to 69. Yeah. So
it's going to be a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, it's just going to be a whole episode of Bill and Ted references. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'll make sure I rewatch them all before we do that episode.
Yeah.
But anyway, collectors of everything, experts have done episode 63. We'll see you for episode 64.
Bye-bye.
Collectors of everything, experts of none.